Not an opera singer, right? Hey, Pajama Grandma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Stepped on this baby in my closet twice today, so I figured that needed to be the topic of my Facebook Lives today. So I've been talking about masks on the Daily Scare Share and on my Supersized Business IGTV channel. And I like this mask. I don't even remember where I got it. I might have gotten it at Mardi Gras down in, oh my gosh, mental brain. Bourbon Street. It was down on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. So I had been down in Bourbon Street when I got a job for the newspaper. They sent me down for a week of training in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which was awesome. Cool things about corporate America, although corporate America employee mask is probably one of the best masks that I've let go of. And I was talking about my favorite job in corporate America was actually my last job in corporate America, where I went into the interview and I was 100% just who I am. I decided when I went into that interview, and I don't know what made me decide it, but instead of just answering the questions like I thought they should be answered, because I was really good at getting jobs, I decided I was going to tell it like I really believed and like I really thought. And to my delight and surprise, they liked me and they hired me, and I was exactly what they needed. They needed a change agent there. So my being my authentic self was quite fitting for that particular role. But I had the most fun job in that job ever of all my corporate jobs, because I was being who I really am. I was being myself. I'd say the only thing I didn't like about that is I had to wear a hairnet and a helmet every day at that job. And then eventually I wore uniforms, which I fought against forever because I was the only woman there and I didn't want to wear a uniform. But then once I got one, I was like, boom, why was I fighting against uniforms? They're awesome. Because you didn't have to think about what you're going to wear to work every day. It was, and I had kind of creative uniforms and some flexibility, but it was still, this is the section of clothes that I wear to work 5 days a week. I don't have to think about it. I just pick something out because the shirts and the pants all match, and then I go to work. And it was kind of awesome. And they would have done my laundry for me, which I don't know why I didn't take them up on that, because that was craziness. But I didn't want to hassle with running the clothes back and forth, so I just never did that. But I should have, because that would have been nice to have somebody doing my laundry for me, right? Lesson learned. So today is actually day 171 days I've been talking about my transition from the offline brick and mortar world, which obviously I was also in the corporate world for a quarter century. A quarter century, how crazy is that? And moved into owning my own businesses, bunch of different industries. And then about a year and a half ago, I decided I was going to, as I had to, as part of my divorce, let go of my Italian food manufacturing business and some other properties. I had to do something else because I'm old, but I'm not old enough to retire. I got like too much energy to retire. So I'm like, yep, that's not going to work for me. Got to find something else to do. So I decided I would jump into the online world and how people do things online, because I figured that would offer me the freedom to do what I want, when I want, with whomever I want. And for the most part, it does. There are still things, and actually it totally does, because between my laptop and my phone, I can pretty much go anywhere. As long as I can get an internet connection and I can access Facebook Live or just the internet in general to get on to my funnels or websites or whatever I happen to be working on. And I don't even have to get on them every day because they are working in the background on autopilot, which is exactly what I want. But I like to check on them and do things and tweak things and make sure everything's working. So as long as I can have access to an internet connection, I can do it. I really can do it anywhere. I mean, I go to the cabin for a week and it doesn't matter because, well, just a different backdrop, but otherwise people don't know I'm even somewhere else. So today, masks, letting go of masks. What am I working on today? Yeah, I've got lots of interviews this week. I've got 4 interviews for my Supersize Your Business direction, and I'm interviewing incredible business owners and business service providers, people that can help my business owners who want to supersize and grow their business to do all kinds of fascinating and different things. This week we've got a lady that does custom music for businesses, which is, it's really cool niche, right? I'm interviewing her. Actually, I have her today. And then tomorrow I'm interviewing a lady that's developing a new marketing strategy that hasn't really been done before. They're combining 3 different ideas together to create something unique and new to provide to their customers, to business customers, that will help them market traditional businesses, mostly businesses with an actual location. It's not for online businesses, but it's for, brick and mortar real businesses, restaurants, bars, salons, all different types of businesses. Really cool, cutting edge, and they haven't even released it yet. I think it's going to be in the next few weeks, but we've got her tomorrow to talk to us and to my group. And then I am interviewing 2 more people this week, and then one next week that's a really interesting leadership trainer. She teaches businesses how to become leaders, because business owners actually how to become leaders. Or she goes into corporate America and does leadership training for corporate groups. And she doesn't just go into corporate America. She takes them on, I like to think, adventures. She takes them to the zoo. She takes them to the symphony or the orchestra. She does really fun, fascinating ways of, and creative ways of teaching about leadership, which a lot of people are thinking, oh, leadership, I know how to lead. Well, you know what? Most people don't know how to lead. Most people are terrible leaders. And everybody needs to be a leader, and that's why it's important. So I'm doing awesome interviews this week and next, and I'll probably continue to do those as I'm transitioning from my one topic to my new topic of helping business owners grow. I'm doing a webinar that is my own personal webinar, so I am working through that, and I'm procrastinating. I admit it. I'm procrastinating on it, and I don't know why I'm procrastinating on it, because I should be able to just knock this one out. I can knock them out for other people and with other people. So why am I procrastinating and struggling with this one? No idea. But I will get over that, because it's just a limiting belief. And then I'm doing my daily content, of course. What else is going on? What am I struggling with? Well, I've been just tired the last couple of days. Last night I was tired. I fell asleep pretty early, which is okay. Did a site review yesterday, which was really fun. I don't know why, but I love doing those. Whenever somebody asks for feedback on their site, I hop on Facebook Live and I walk through it in a video, and then I send them the video, because I think it's so much more powerful than trying to text a couple of notes and doing just a superficial walkthrough. And again, it's always just my opinion of what they should do, but I like to think I've got a little bit of knowledge in this area of what works and what doesn't work. And they seem to always love them, so I will keep doing them. And so he's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you do this for a living? Is this what you do? And I'm like, no, I just do them for fun, because they're fun. Because it isn't what I do. It's just for fun. So I like to do those because it is fun, and it keeps me on the edge of helping my clients and my customers to see things that I wouldn't normally see. And I saw a couple things yesterday that just was like, oh, I didn't even notice that. One was, I had given a friend of mine who's also a certified partner for ClickFunnels some feedback that her button wasn't working. Well, her button was working, but what it did is it sent you back up to the top of the page. And since I blow up my screen with my magnifying glass really big, the button, when it popped up, it looked like it was just popping up to the top of the page. It didn't look like it was showing the button that you needed to click on to actually it was to sign in for a lead magnet, because I have bad eyes. I have to use my screen big, and that means that I didn't see that it was above the fold, because for me it wasn't above the fold, so I didn't see it. So I had thought that her site wasn't working, and I'm like, oh my God, you need your site working. Well, of course it was working. It was just me and my crazy eyes. So I have to remember that sometimes it's just my limitations. But we also have to keep in mind, it's also, if it happened to me, then it probably is happening to other customers that she's got, other clients. And so maybe there's a different way to do that than just have the button redirect to the top of the page. Don't know, but that was just something I learned yesterday, that in my websites and in my clients' websites, maybe we won't do the button redirect, because it could be that people aren't seeing it and they think it doesn't work, and then they just go away and they never sign up when it was really there all the time. So I would actually, instead of having that button redirect up to the other button, I would just make it another clickable button that would allow them to go to the lead magnet, enter the lead magnet. That's just how I would do it. But that was a lesson learned, that I hadn't even thought about that before, and that people might be interacting that until I experienced it myself. So that's what I'm working on. Go out, make it a fabulous day. I'm going to get to it because I have got an awesome interview today. I've got my mastermind call today with my Expert Secrets group. So it's one of my favorite days, Tuesday. I love Tuesdays. I actually love every day of the week. Don't you? All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.